My grandma recently passed. I'm okay. I'm not like making this video to like talk about that. It sucks. But she was quite old, and I know, like me personally, I was kind of prepared for this to like happen. But her passing has got me thinking about grief again. And I've spoken about grief before in these videos, and specifically grief in the sense of losing time. Um, I think it's something that I'm really struggling with more and more each day because in a lot of, like, don't get me wrong, I have achieved a lot of my personal goals and a lot of the things I've wanted to do over the past like 10 years. But I'm not where I wanted to be today that I thought I would be like 10 years from then, which would be now. That was very confusing. When I was 21, I thought at 31, things would be very different. Most things still feel very much the same. And I don't want to say I wasted those 10 years. Because again, I feel like I've accomplished a lot of things like personally that I wanted to do. But like larger goals, they feel more and more like they're slipping away. And like, granted, like my goals have changed over that time. I don't want the exact same things I wanted 10 years ago, but I, at the very least, would have thought, like I would be in a better position than I am. So it's been like very tough to once again feel like I'm like just losing that time, and I'm still working towards getting things done and like doing what I want to do, but each passing day feels like it's more and more difficult to enjoy the time that I'm going to have left when I get there. And that sounds so negative, like it's not, but I'm just like worried about it. Like I'm worried about not being able to have the time to like bask in my accomplishments when I get there. Because I think I will eventually get there, but it's just like so, like, I don't know, sad. One of my favorite songs of all time is Vienna by Billy Joel. In that song, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be like quoting his dad talking to a young Billy when he's young, and the song starts, "Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile." In the second verse, it says, "Slow down, you're doing fine. You can't be everything you want to be before your time." And that always spoke to me. There's some of, like, I'm not going to break down the song. Like, I don't know. But those words particularly spoke to me in like a hopeful way. It's like, you're doing fine. You'll get there. It's all going to be okay. And when I was 21, I'm like, yeah, like, okay, it's fine. I'll get there. Now that I'm 31, those words don't have like the same hope that they once did. And they're starting to feel like kind of sad. And I don't think I'm old yet. Like, I don't feel old, but I'm closer to 40 now than I am to 20. And while it's not by a lot, that is the reality. And I am not where I wanted to be. I'm not where I want to be either, I guess. I had like just expected more out of myself. And while you can only control what you can control, it's frustrating to still not feel like you're there, and you're just not sure when it's going to get there, and you feel like you're running out of time each day. Like, I have plenty of it still, and I think things are going to be okay. But I have like an overwhelming sense of grief over the time that I've already lost, because whether or not I spent it correctly, like, did I make the right choices to get what I wanted to? Like, I don't know. I feel like I've had quite a bit working against me. That isn't to say, like, oh, woe is me, like, things have been so bad and things are horrible. The reality of the situation is, like, I've had to try very hard just to get to where I'm at today. I don't want to get into everything, but it's definitely more than most people have ever or will ever have to deal with. And I hope that they don't ever have to experience the same things that I've had to. So I understand that for me, I haven't always been able to utilize my time as productively as I might have liked to. But that just kind of makes it more frustrating, because not only do I feel like I've had to work hard, I've had to work hard for not that much, which just really sucks. It's really frustrating, and I want the time back. I'm not saying that I've made perfect choices. I certainly haven't. I've made a lot of, like, poor choices as well. But I've always been trying to, like, move forward. And it sucks to still feel so far away and feel so helpless. And more each day, it feels like it's getting even harder. And the loss of time, with just, like, the way certain things are in America, it feels more and more difficult to try to get to where I'm trying to go. And I think I'll get there. I think I can do it. I think I can make it. But that doesn't mean I'm ever going to get the time that I've already lost back. And it just makes me really sad. It makes me really sad, because so much of that time, I just feel like I didn't have as much control over how it was spent as I would have liked. I had to do what I had to do to just scrape by. And honestly, to this day, I still feel like that's how some of my time is spent. I'm putting in all this effort just to get to the end of the month. And it's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating. I feel like there's so much that I just can't do, and I can't move forward in my life because I'm just struggling to just get by, to just make it through a month. Each month, and it's just so hard to expend all this energy and all this time for just not enough. I just there isn't like a a happiness for like, I'm just feeling very sad right now. And I'm not feeling sad all the time, but this is something that I've been feeling a lot recently. And this is where I'm at. And it's just been a struggle. And the more I think about it and realize it, it just feels very overwhelming. Thank you for watching.